Hi everyone, back here for another video. Are you looking for a low-profile keyboard and a mechanical keyboard at the same time? Let me share with you my thoughts on these 4 low-profile keyboards I have on hand. I have here the Keychron K3 with the brown switches, the NuPhy Air75 V1 also with the brown switches, the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini for Mac, which if I'm not wrong also comes with the brown switches. And lastly, the Lofree Flow, which is the newest among these 4 and in fact has just been released. This has special switches, Kale is how it's called, but it's linear so it's not tactile like the other 3. All of these are 75% keyboards, but the sizes are actually different, and that is due to the body of each of these keyboards. As we see here, there is a big difference on the size of the body. The K3 has the slimmest case, while the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini has the biggest one. With the K3 small body, it is also the lightest, and obviously the MX Mechanical Mini is the heaviest. So in terms of portability, the Keychron K3 being the lightest and smallest, therefore is the keyboard that is better to carry around. But this could also be because the K3's battery is only 1550 milliamps. Although it's the same battery as the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini, this could be a downside as I have already noticed that the K3's batteries run out faster than my other Bluetooth keyboards. Watch my other videos where I made one dedicated for the K3 so you understand why I feel the battery life is not good. On the other hand, I have great faith in the battery life for Logitech devices. And I've also made many videos about my Logitech K380, which in fact lasted me for years. Check it out, the links are in the description below. As for the keycaps, in terms of size, for me it looks like they're all in the same size. It looks like the Keychron K3's keycaps are small, way too small, but in fact it is the same size as the others. It's just that the shape of the K3 keycaps are squared off and not slanting as the other 3. As for the typing feel on each of these, I'd say I like the most are on the Lofrees and the Nuphy. Both say they use the PBT keycaps, so it's nice to the touch, and it also looks like the keycaps on this too won't fade or leave any stain marks. I want to love the Keychron K3's keycaps because the typing experience here is really good, but it tends to hold on to oils and marks, and so now it kind of looks like this where again I have the stain marks on the spacebar. I haven't had a lot of time to use the MX Mechanical Mini, but I have a feeling it might be the same as what happened to my other Logitech keyboards, meaning it will also leave some marks on the spacebar. One last thing about the build of these keyboards, the MX Mechanical Mini, Nuphy, and Lofree all have what I can say are standard build and layout of keys. I say standard build because if I compare this to the Keychron K3, the K3 has its own unique design. See how the keys are slanting or narrowing to the top? I don't see this in the other 3 keyboards. This unique design of the Keychron K3 will make you feel a bit uncomfortable when you just start to use it. At least that's what I felt at the beginning. But after I have used it for a while, then I got used to it, and spoiler, I love typing on the Keychron K3. So even with the unique keycap design of the Keychron K3, I can say after using it for some time, it doesn't impact my typing speed. I have here the brown switches, which has the tactile typing feel, and I really enjoy the typing feel here. Anyway, here are some typing sounds on the Keychron K3 with the brown switches. Moving on to the Nuphy Air75, and I have to mention this is the first version as I know there's a version 2 coming out soon. I have here the brown switches and again with the tactile feel. I love typing on this as well at the beginning. The typing clicks were satisfying, but then I see this typing lag which really annoys me. Plus, the loud typing clicks later on just was getting a bit too much for me. And I can also hear some springy sound on the spacebar and the arrow keys. Anyway, here are some typing sound tests on the NuPhy Air75 with the brown switches. As for the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini, the typing here is not so bad, but it's not really good too. It has the most plasticky typing sound among these keyboards. Also for me, it kind of feels mushy, but then I guess it is how they made the switches. Anyway, here are some typing sound tests, and hopefully you can hear what I mean. And then for the Lofree Flow, the typing feel is just amazing. I just made a dedicated video about this keyboard, so if you want to go into the details, check it out, the link is in the description below. I'd say this is now one of my favorite keyboard, and it is because of the clean, satisfying typing sounds. This has the Kale switches, which they say self-lubricates, that helps to get smoother typing feel over time. This also means that there's no need to modify this keyboard. I mean, if I want my Nuphy keyboard to sound like this, I can probably do it, but I have to open it up, lubricate each of the switch, add foam or whatever it is to diffuse the sound. But for the Lofree Flow, it sounds like this right out of the box. Here are some typing sound tests on the Lofree Flow Ghost keyboard with the linear switches. So which one has the best typing experience for me? For me, I love typing on the Lofree Flow. Coming in at second place is the Keychron K3. But which one do I like the best? Well, stay until the end to find out, as there are other features to consider before I can answer this question. So what are these features that will make me choose which keyboard I like the best? And these features are bonuses because for me, great typing feel is the most important thing I will choose a keyboard for. First, multi-device compatibility is one thing I like since I type a lot at work, and at work I use a Windows laptop. And of course, the keyboard should be compatible with my iPad. If not, then how can I make these videos for you guys? And bonus is, if I need to type on my iPhone, I don't need to pick it up and type with my hand because I can use the keyboard by just switching devices. All of these keyboards work well with all of my devices, except for the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini, since this is a dedicated one for the Mac. It can pair with my Windows laptop, but some key combinations are not working, like Alt is not the command key, but the option key. And Ctrl-Alt-Delete will never work, as this keyboard does not have the delete key. The second feature is linked still to compatibility, but this time it is the compatibility of the function keys. If it is working on my Windows laptop, I would expect it to work on my iPad too. This is a big consideration for me, as iPad is the star of my YouTube channel. And I'm happy to report that almost all of the function keys here work well on my iPad. I say almost all since there are few that do not work. In the Keychron K3 and the NuPhy Air75, the F4 doesn't work. In the Lofree Flow keyboard, it's the F3 that doesn't work. And for the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini, which is for Mac, I would think that all these function keys should work on the iPad too, but no. The F6 and the F9 keys are not working. There are also the function or scroll keys that are here on the right side, and again, for the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini, I was expecting all of this should work on the iPad. But no, again, only the home and end keys work. This is a bit better than the other keyboards, as the other three, all of these scroll keys do not work on my iPad. I do wish though that third-party keyboards will soon have the magical globe key that until now only exists on the Apple keyboards and also in the Logitech Combo Touch keyboards. Again, thinking this Logitech MX Mechanical Mini is for Mac, but it doesn't have the globe key. In the modifier key settings though, I see that it has the globe key here, but it's nowhere to be found on the keyboard itself. Lastly is the price. Of course, I want a keyboard that I can afford to buy. The Keychron K3 is currently sold at 3 different prices. One with the white lights only is at $84 US, the one with the RGB lights is at $94, and the one with no backlights come in at $74. The Nuphy Air75 is currently sold at $110 US, but it looks like it's also on sale and it's currently priced at $95. The MX Mechanical Mini is currently priced at $150 US. And lastly, for the Lofree Flow, which has just been released, is priced at $159 US. So that's a lot of information, and now we've come to the end of this comparison of my different low-profile keyboards. So which of these keyboards is the best one for me? I'd say it's either the Keychron K3 or the Lofree Flow, and it's really close between these two. I like the typing feel on both these keyboards, but if I have to choose just one right now, and if I have the budget for it, I will pick the Lofree Flow. It has the quiet typing that I personally prefer, and just so far the best sounding keyboard I've used. But if I have a lesser budget, then I will go for the K3's reasonable price and I will still get all these nice features that I personally like. So hope this video helps. Like, subscribe, and buy me a coffee if you want to support me. Stay tuned to see my upcoming videos as my keyboard collection is evolving. And that's it. Thanks for watching.